It would make human trafficking of a child a serious felony. Experts say right now those convicted of trafficking people under the age of 17 are able to get out of prison early and serve much less time than what they're sentenced to. Case Area 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala explains both sides of this issue and why the lawmaker who wrote this bill was shocked by the vote today.
California lawmakers in the Assembly Public Safety Committee today blocked a bill that would have defined human trafficking of a child a serious felony. This would have made it a strikeable offense, meaning it could put people convicted of trafficking children away for longer if they are convicted of trafficking them again. Right now, those convicted are eligible for early release credits, meaning their sentences can be significantly reduced. Supporters say this measure would have changed that. But opponents say more prison time doesn't get to the root of the problem and say there are already laws on the books that can put traffickers away for a significant amount of time. This bill was halfway through the legislative process. It passed unanimously through the state Senate with broad bipartisan support. State Senator Shannon Grove, who authored the bill, told us she was blindsided by today's vote.
You can pass a note to a bank and rob a bank. You can commit arson, and that's considered a serious felony. But to traffic a minor child in the state of California is not.
That is something that is completely disgusting. It just is. I just don't understand how you could let the person go the first time. The minute you do it the first time, it's automatic, should be life in prison. But now it's like a slap on the wrist. There already are laws in the books that, so what? Obviously, they're getting away with it because in California, almost anything goes in California. Okay. The multicolored mafia is fighting hard to have the right for adult-child relationships now. The WHO wants toddlers to know about adult sexual behaviors. Okay, what more do you have to understand? What more facts do you have to understand that this is an evil that has to be punished severely? California Democrats blocking bill making child sex trafficking a felony. Democrat lawmakers in California have blocked the bill that would make the sex trafficking of minors a serious felony. The shocking move was met with outrage from citizens and human trafficking victims who have been advocating for the bill. The bill, HB 14, noted that California consistently ranks #1 in the nation in the number of human trafficking cases reported to the National Human Trafficking Hotline. Human trafficking is among the world's fastest growing criminal enterprises and is estimated to be 150 million a year global industry. It adds, the legislation would have made human trafficking of a minor subject to California's 3 strikes law. Under the law, someone convicted twice would be sentenced to life in prison. The bill had already passed unanimously in the state Senate. However, not even one of the 6 Democrats on the committee would vote on the bill. That means, what that means, they're pedophiles themselves. And so, it's also on the Republican side too. The only yes votes were cast by 2 Republicans, Assemblyman Juan Alanis and Tom Lackey. Los Angeles Democrat Assemblyman Reggie Jones Sawyer, the Assembly Public Safety Committee's chairman, opposed the bill. GOP State Senator Shannon Grove, who co-authored the bill, said she had spoken with Democrats on the committee prior to the hearing. They all thought it was a good bill and said they would consider it, but there is the issue of rolling the chair. So I don't think anyone was going to stand up against the chair. She said, "You're horrible," yelled members of the audience at the meeting. Victims of human trafficking who attend the vote broke down in tears. "You should be ashamed of yourselves," they shouted at the Democrats. "I am profoundly disappointed that the committee Democrats couldn't bring themselves to support the bill with their stubborn and misguided objection to any penalty increases, regardless of the heinous the crime," Grove said. Sometimes I just think this is political theater. No, it is political theater, okay? And I don't believe that it's just the Democrats. I believe it's the Republicans. They don't want to stop this. They are getting something out of this. They're getting something out. They're getting some of that profit, okay? I'd also like to say, please go see Sound of Freedom. Please see that movie, all right? You can pass a note to a bank and rob a bank. You commit arson, and that's considered a serious felony. But to traffic a minor in the state of California is not. That's wrong. Grove told KCRA 3 that she had tried three times to call Jones Sawyer on the cell phone, and her staff tried 6 or 7 times, but he would not meet with her. The Assembly member's office is aware of the single call from Senator Grove's staff to his legislative director on Friday, July 7, to advise that the senator had spoken with the Public Safety Committee staff about amendments, Jones Sawyer's office stated. The conversation was brief, resulting in no changes to either office's positions on the bill. The committee has also rejected other measures that would increase penalties for domestic violence offenders, rapists of developmentally disabled children, and other sexually violent crimes, KCRA noted. Okay, so what you're telling people, parents, is that this is what's going to happen. Parents are going to end up taking the law in their own hands. This is what's going to happen because people are not going to take this. They're not going to take this. All right. And this is really sad and it's aggravating. It should be aggravating to any parent. Everybody has to leave California. That's it. Leave California. That place is not safe. Okay? Businesses, leave California. Everyone, just leave California. If you love your kids, leave California. Anything you want to know about this channel is in the description box. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And that's about it. Okay? If you like donating to the Cash App, feel free to donate. And that's about it. Later. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.